This one was a gift, sent to me by a supporter of the channel, someone who's been really enjoying the free floating slider series and wanted to help keep it going. So they sponsored the purchase of a new slider for me to spend time with, explore, and share with you. The fact that fans have been sending Fidgets to review has been absolutely exciting and humbling. The support from the community has been overwhelming, so thank you Matt from Low Key Workflow for this one. This is the hollow magnetic free floating slider. It's made from a metal composition, and you can immediately see that it's not a solid block. There's a lot of negative space here. You can see straight through it, which plays a big role in how it feels and sounds. Inside, it uses two different plates, one metal and one that appears to be plastic or Teflon, which gives it a very smooth slide. What surprised me is how light this one feels. I think I was expecting the frame to have a bit more heft. Perhaps a different metal might change that feeling. However, it does keep the piece agile and easy to move. The magnets don't use O-rings, yet they sit quite tightly in their grooves. Instead of a rattle, the sound lands somewhere else entirely. It's not a crunch, it's more like a rice shaker, a duller, softer, crisp. In audio terms, this isn't sharp or aggressive. It's restrained and almost silent. I love that this one gives me that quiet option. Compared to most of the free-floating sliders that I own, this one is incredibly discreet. That means that I can use it in public, cafes, meetings, shared spaces, without disturbing anyone around me. And that's not a small thing. I can't always use my free-floating sliders when I'm with people, but in this case, I can. One thing that I noticed very quickly is that the slider doesn't really want to be flicked from the edges. Some free-floating sliders respond well to corner flicks and trick-style movement, and this one doesn't. It prefers to be pushed and pulled centrally, and that changes the experience completely. Instead of flying around, it stays grounded. You get more of that rubbing, tactile crunch rather than explosive movement. Because of that, this one feels less like a trick piece and more like a sensory tool. There are a few things worth mentioning honestly. The magnetic orientation feels quite wide, with the movement point sitting closer to the outer edges. Because of that, this piece can sometimes pop apart and fly off unexpectedly. And that might be the magnet strength, or it might be the spacing. It could also be both. I would have loved this one to be shipped with a tool for opening. I'm really interested in experimenting with different magnetic configurations. That's something I'll need to explore in a separate video when I have the right size screwdriver. This isn't a slider that I'd reach for all day, every day. It feels more situational, something you call on when you need a specific kind of input. Quiet, grounded, controlled. I can definitely see how more premium versions or designs like the Hex Toad refine some of these ideas further, and that's part of the fun, seeing what works, what could be improved, and where the design language is heading. This hollow, free-floating slider feels like a compressed version of a much louder idea, reserved, controlled, and almost holding itself back. And that's not necessarily a flaw, it's just its personality. What's really humbling is that this isn't the only piece coming my way from you. Another supporter has reached out and sponsored a different free-floating slider, this time with a square form factor. I'm incredibly excited to spend time with that one and share it with you when it comes. There's a lot happening on this channel, and that's all because of you. While many people are slowing down for the holidays, I'm feeling creatively energized and excited to keep sharing interesting objects, ideas, and experiences with you. So thank you again. Stay curious, stay genuine, and as always, stay Spectrum.